This afternoon, just about all of us grew up watching puppet shows, from Howdy Doody to the Muppets and Sesame Street. But now there's a puppet show that is meant for adults only, not for the kids. It's called Stuffed and Unstrung, and joining me today are Patrick and Grant. And one of their characters is joining us today.
Yes, thank you. It's great to be here.
Glad to have you with us. So this is a one-stop show, just tonight. Yep. And this is for adults only. Kind of describe the setup of the show.
Yeah, we do a lot of improv with the puppets, and of course, when you get a bunch of adults in there, you know, getting to tell the puppets what to do, you can imagine it can get a little naughty.
Sure.
Right.
Right.
So leave the kids at home. All right. This is just, we don't endeavor to be smutty or blue, but it can get a little bit on the risque side.
Right. This
sometimes.
is a lot of improv, as you mentioned, and you encourage the audience participation.
Absolutely. About 80% of the show is improvised, so it's based on audience suggestions.
Yeah.
So every show is completely different. Every night is a different show. In addition to the improvs, we have some vintage recreation pieces that we brought back that haven't been seen by live audiences for decades.
Now, you mentioned there are 80 characters that can be brought out at any time.
Yeah, we have about 80 puppets, and then, you know, the puppeteers like Grant here will choose a puppet for that improv.
Okay.
Obviously, we don't get through all of them in an evening, but there's a lot of options.
Now, Grant, how many characters would you say you kind of go through in a night?
Well, we do. It depends on how many structures you're in, but we do. Probably I have about 15 puppets on my hand at any given time, and I'm just one of 5 puppeteers. So
right.
On any given night, you don't have 15 puppets on your hand at any given time. That would be hard.
That would be very.
That'd be really difficult.
Trying to keep up with each one.
Yeah,
for certain. So now, you know, this is one of the characters, and it's a little bit different because, you know, you're on stage with the puppets, and you know, so you kind of get to see both sides.
Yeah. Well, the show is great because you can either watch us, the puppets, on a big screen on either side of the stage, or you can watch the boring show, which is, I guess, these people. But yeah, you can watch. There's so many places to look during the show.
And you are nameless, right?
Well, my name's Simon. That's what I'm going by right now.
You get a different name every show, and that's part of the versatility of it. Every show is different.
Yeah, you know, one of our female puppeteers could pick him up, and he's a girl. You know.
Right.
What?
It can happen that easy.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
I have identity
speaks
issues.
a foreign language.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah. And so you guys were in Dallas last night.
Yes.
To a standing ovation.
Absolutely, at the Bass Performance Hall.
Yeah. And how was the crowd? I mean, obviously they must have given you some great suggestions.
They did. They were fantastic, and a little bit naughty. The show got a little bit spicy here and there, but not too much. And the audience was fantastic.
What is it like working with improv? I mean, you have to be on your toes all the time. I mean, a different scenario every night. What is it like to kind of recreate everything each night?
Well, it's just that you're not recreating, so it's always fresh, it's always new. There's that adrenaline rush, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a little scary, but I think most of us are kind of addicted to that kind of rush.
And what Patrick will do is he won't take the same suggestion twice.
Oh, that's true. I try not to.
Yeah. So we have to make it up new each time.
Awesome. These guys will be at where tonight?
Oh, we're at the Long Center.
At the Long Center tonight, 7:30. And again, it's only one show, so you got to catch them tonight.
This is your only chance to see Henson Puppeteers uncensored.
That's right. These are from Brian Henson, son of Jim Henson, who has carried on the Henson production company that is helping put on this show.
Yep.
So a great name behind it and a lot of fun. Again, we want to remind you, this is for adults only.
Yeah.
Maybe leave the kids at home.
Oh, definitely leave the kids at home.
There you go. All right. 7:30 at the Long Center. Check them out. Should be a lot of fun.